Hi. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi. Hello. Hi. 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 Hello. Hi. Hello. Oh my god. Hi. Oh my god. Hi. Oh, looks like my tracking's gonna give me issues today. Of course. Of course. As usual. Ah, hello! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! How am I feeling? I'm feeling very caffeinated. I had a cup of dark roast coffee this morning, and I feel like everything is going at 100 miles an hour. I'm very caffeinated today. So... forgive me if my brain... Yeah, my brain's kind of going... Yo, thank you so much for winning, Markin! Can I hear colors? Yeah, I'm kind of getting there. Brrr. Welcome, everybody! My name is Monet of Viva 2nd Generation Puroland. You groovy, funky, retro, cutie, Monet! That's all! And today is my would this be biannual? My every so often stream where I get to ramble about how much I like Sanrio Virtual Festival. So welcome, everybody! If you like the kind of streams where I just ramble about my special interests, then this is that kind of stream. This is not gonna be like my last Sanrio Vfes stream. So this isn't really like a guide like last time. This isn't really like a sponsored thing or anything. I just want to tell you about all the cool artists, why you should care about these artists, what these kind of artists are doing, and the kind of stuff that you're missing out on by not going to these events, right? Like, I just want to tell you about this event just because I like it. Because I like it. There's no Mr. Sanrio this time. But if you do want more details, if you do watch this stream and you're like, oh my god, this sounds pretty cool, I'm actually kind of interested, right? A VOD that I did last year with a lot more details on how to buy tickets and everything is in the description of this stream. In the description of this VOD if you're watching this after. So yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I just want to nerd out. I just want to nerd out about it. Sanrio Virtual Festival starts this weekend and it goes on for an entire month. And I'm gonna be visiting about as much as I can, as I usually do. So I figure I would just like, I don't know, I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about it because I'm excited, you know? I wanna share with you guys the stuff about it that I like. And maybe kind of show you why I like the stuff so much, right? If you are a Tabemono, you are already familiar with how much I love virtual spaces, virtual culture, VR chat. And it's not just VR chat, right? My entire life I've been a huge like MMO nerd. You know, I love .hack. I a little bit embarrassingly, I spent 10 years playing games like Second Life, like almost religiously, like, you know? So this stuff is really like my life. You know, I've cared and loved about this kind of stuff for about as long as I remember, right? I've always been a big fan of virtual spaces, and I've always been really fascinated by the way that people express themselves in virtual spaces, right? To me, there's a very big difference between who we are online and who we are offline. And sometimes the things you can do online are things that you would never be able to do offline. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? So I kind of just wanna, I don't know, I just wanna nerd I wanna nerd out about it today. Yeah, kind of two different lives. It's a little embarrassing sometimes to remember that, like, I've written essays about this. Like, when I was in college, I wrote essays about, like, the relation between person and avatar, right? The way that people express themselves in these virtual spaces. And it all kind of even, like, links to VTubing, right? Because to me, VTubing is an extension of these virtual spaces, right? But the way that you can be a person living in the virtual world is very... There's a lot of possibilities nowadays, and there's a lot of ways you can go about that, right? So anyway... part of that virtual culture that I love is Sanrio Virtual Festival. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Sanrio girly. I do love Sanrio stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Sanrio stuff. I always have. I've always been a little Sanrio fangirl, right? Because, like, you know, how can you resist? They're cute, you know? All the characters are cute. I'm a big fan of cute things, right? And you can't deny that, like, special, like, I mean, even down, you know, like from the 90s to 2000s, even now, right? Like, Sanrio has kind of been, like, one of the leaders in, like, cute stuff, you know? So yeah, that's the kind of thing I want to, like, kind of go over today is Sanrio Virtual Festival, why I like it, kind of like my history with it. But I'm gonna be honest, most of what I want to talk about today is I kind of just want to nerd out about the artists be performing. Because the lineup for this event is really special, and in my opinion, there's like nothing else quite like this in the virtual space. And it's really cool that we get a music festival like this with such a big budget behind it. Like, I don't think there are... Come on! Am I still here? Am I still here? Did my stream disconnect for a second? I think I'm still here, right? Yeah, I think we're back. I think my stream disconnected a little. We're back? Okay, cool. Thank you! Thank you. Oh, I really wish my connection wasn't bad today. Really hoping for a good connection. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, this isn't like a sponsored stream or anything. I just really like it. I really like it, and I want an opportunity to just kind of nerd out about these artists that I really like. The way that these artists are, like, using these virtual spaces. I know it sounds like I'm, like, you know, hashtag ad shilling, but I don't know. I really like this event. I've been going to this event for years. Long before I signed on with Before Me Die. And so I just kind of, you know... I just really want to get into it. I hope my stream isn't hiccuping too much, so let me know if it starts, like, having a lot of issues. Yeah, this really is one of the biggest events in VR chat. Like, I mean, I say this as a VCAT ambassador, right? As a global VCAT ambassador. I love VCAT, and VCAT is one of the biggest also one of the biggest events in VR chat, but this is big on a different level. Like this is a huge event on a different level. And if you were to like ask me right now, like, hey Mono, like what is the biggest like music festival kind of event? Kind of like the biggest, most like big money event promoting virtual culture right now, I would say it's Sanrio Vfes, honestly. And it's only a plus. To me, it's only a plus that it happens to be a Sanrio thing, right? But I don't know, I really like the way that they do everything. I really like the branding. I've always really liked the artist lineup. I gotta show you guys the artist lineup. Hold on. I gotta show you guys the artist lineup because it's really good. So, the artist lineup for Sanrio Vfes this year. So Sanrio Vfes this year starts this weekend on Sunday, which is what, like Saturday for us in the States or in the West. Closer to, I guess, Sunday if you're in Europe, right? And basically, yeah, I want to explain to you who these artists are and why you should care, honestly. Because I know a lot of people, you know, like sometimes see me like blab on about like VR stuff, and it's like, yeah, whatever, you know, like why should I care about this stuff, right? It's cool. It's really cool. Alright, hold on. Stop. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. I'll tell you about some of the artists. So I'm gonna be selfish, and I'm gonna point out some of my favorite artists that are gonna be performing. So, to me, some of the artists of note are Amoka. Amoka is you've met Aipo from Amoka the bunny. You've met her if you've been to some of the V4Me VR events that we've done. She's a very popular singer in VR chat, and Amoka has been around. They've been around for what, like 5 years, 6 years in VR chat. There's also Memex is really cool. I don't know that much about him, but I've seen their shows. Memex is really cool. There's Haneru, also from Nanashi Inc. This time there's gonna be an Idolmaster group. Did you guys know Idolmaster has VTubers? They're pretty cute. There's also, of course, going to be Kizuna Ai. I think this is her first time performing at Sanrio Vfes. There's Sangul from Niji Sanji. She's very cute. There's Raden from Hololive, which I'm very excited about. I wonder what she's gonna perform. Raden from Hololive Device. Regloss. Yeah. Kizuna Ai is gonna be in there. Raden from Hololive is going to be there. Last year was Hoshinova Muna from Hololive Indonesia. I think this might be one of the first times that, like, you know, one of like the Japanese talents is performing. Pretty big, and honestly, Raden is like she's really blowing up lately. There's Kuromi. Sanrio's really pushing, like, they're really pushing like a music thing for Kuromi right now. And did you know that the singer for Kuromi is a VTuber? Did you know that the voice actress for Kuromi is a VTuber? She speaks English. It's gosh, what's her name? Where is she? Hold on. She's like a really accomplished voice actress. Where's her stuff? Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Okay, well, I'll find it in a second. I'll find it in a second. I'll find it in a second. Yeah. But there's Hypnosis Mic. I'm not really a Hypnosis Mic person. There's fucking Haruki Suzumiya SOS Dan is performing, which honestly I think is a big deal. I think they just announced a bunch of new Haruhi stuff. Yeah, Haruhi Suzumiya SOS Dan is performing at Sanrio Vfes in 3D, in like full 3D performance, right? I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do, right? Of course. And I'm gonna go into all these a little bit more in detail, at least the ones that I know. Some of these I'm not super familiar with, right? And of course, there's V for Mina! There's us! There's us! What does that mean? That means they're gonna be performing. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if it's gonna be like new songs or if they're just performing their typical stuff. I have no idea. I have no clue. So that's the main. This is the main like paid lineup. So I guess kind of like a quick rundown of Sanrio Vfes if you're not super familiar with it, right? Sanrio Vfes is an event that's held about, I want to say about like twice a year or so in VR chat. Sometimes they'll do other like virtual platforms. Like last year they did a thing called like MetaMe, which you could like run on your phone or like your browser, stuff like that, right? But this year I think it's just through VR chat. I'm not gonna really talk about like the details of a lot of the tickets this time. They're gonna be more expensive this year. The tickets I think are like 8,000 yen, something like that. Where are the tickets? Hold on. The tickets are a little pricey. In my opinion, it's completely worth it. Okay, the tickets are about $55. In my opinion, it is completely worth it. However, you only need the ticket to see these paid performances. There's actually a ton of free stuff, right? There's a ton of free stuff. So I started going to Sanrio Vfes back in like 2020, 2021. I started going to the very first one. Like the moment I saw that like Sanrio Vfes was a thing, I was like, this is something I need to pay attention to, right? So I started going since then, right? I remember I gathered up my community and I was like, all right, everybody, we're going to this. Like all of us, we're going to this, right? And honestly, for the longest time, I didn't buy a ticket because I'm broke, you know. I don't got money for that, right? Like I don't pay for it. So for the longest time I didn't even buy a ticket. Like I just went to the free stuff. It's only, I want to say it's like only like the last 3 times that I've started like buying tickets, right? And actually like attending the paid stuff. And I honestly, okay, like, and I mean this honestly, I am not shilling, this is not an ad or anything. I honestly do think that the paid ticket is worth it because these are like basically like the artists that roll up for Sanrio Vfes, they roll up with their best. The reason Sanrio Vfes is so fascinating and it's so cool to experience because, you know, Sanrio stuff aside and all that stuff, it's honestly like, it's when these artists kind of like bring out like kind of like the peak of performances within virtual space. So you see some really impressive stuff. Like you see some stuff that really is only possible in VR chat. Or just like in VR in general, right? It's honestly really cool. I do think it's worth it. So if you have $55 to spare, and you want to get into it, I personally recommend it, right? But there's still a lot of cool stuff for free that you can see, like, just, you know, just to check it out, right? Yeah, honestly, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I gotta show you guys some of the concerts from last year. Hold on. Let me show you some stuff. From last Vfes. So I think last year one of the performers was Peanuts-kun. You guys know who Peanuts-kun is? Some of you might know who Peanuts-kun is. Some of you might know Peanuts-kun. So Peanuts, if you don't know who Peanuts-kun is a huge VTuber in Japan, but he's also a rapper. And he's a really popular musician. In Japan, Peanuts-kun is he's a little mascot VTuber, right? He's like a little peanut with pants on. And people, like, he's actually legit respected in the musician community. He's legit respected in the Japanese rap community. He's huge. He's got several albums, music videos, and everything. But he's also really big in the VR scene, right? In the virtual scene. He has a theme park with Pokotan. They have a little duo named Pokopi. And they stream together a lot. But it's crazy because, like, you don't hear anybody talk about them in, like, English communities, right? But on like the JP side of things, he's huge. Hold on, I have like the little. Let me show you some of his stuff. Hold on. I'm gonna show you some of his music. Hold on. Oh, his new song with Ririmu from Niji Sanji was actually really cute. Hold on. I gotta play it for you guys. Hold on, let me pause the background music. Yeah, no, he's like, Peanuts-kun is huge in like the Japanese VTuber sphere. He has a really distinct voice, so I think once you hear him, you're gonna recognize his voice if you ever hear it again. Because he has a very distinct, like, very nasally, like, rap voice. This is a song that he just did with Ririmu from Niji Sanji. It's very cute. This video, the stream isn't monetized, so I don't really care about showing you guys a bunch of stuff. It's so cute. Hold on. This isn't really like a good example of his usual music. But that's Peanuts-kun. This is the kind of quality he has, you know? This is the kind of quality that his music usually has. It's really good. I've used a lot of Peanuts-kun songs in my DJ sets. This song is really cute though. What's another good one? What's a really famous Peanuts-kun song? Hold on. I think probably Gummy Chome is probably one of like his more popular ones. Hold on. Yeah, this one. This is an old Peanuts-kun song though. This is from like 5 years ago. But this is Peanuts-kun kind of thing, right? This is the Peanuts-kun vibe. He's a little peanut wearing undies and a bandana, right? And he raps and does a bunch of stuff, right? old video. It's kind of funny seeing how his old stuff is compared to his new stuff. He just had a huge concert recently. Where's there? I think his entire new concert is on YouTube. Oh man, where is it? He had like a whole big old concert recently. Oh, it's only the beginning of it. Hold on. Oh my god, my internet is so slow today. Okay, hold on. Where's the start? Bro, where's the start? What's I don't think this one actually shows anything. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Freaking 30 minutes of load screen. Hold on. Where's... Dude, he looks fucked up this high res. I don't know if I like it. He looks kind of fucked up this high quality. They like gave him little booby shadow. I don't know how I feel about this. He's a little too realistic in this. Yeah, he looks fake. Dude, why does he look like that? Hold on, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. I think his performance with Bancho, with Hajime from Hololive, probably gonna be a better example. Hold on. Thanks, Geico. Thanks, Ashley Furniture. Yeah, this is what the actual concert looked like. Yeah, this is what the actual concert looked like. God, Hajime is so cool. Oh. Anyway, yeah, you kind of get the Peanuts-kun vibes, right? Like, he's a little peanut guy. He like raps auto-tune style, right? He's a little peanut guy. Yeah, you get it, right? Honestly, the kind of visuals for this concert are so cool. Like, the art direction for Peanuts-kun stuff is always really good. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, they look so good. If I remember right, his newest album was just like all collaborations with other VTubers and stuff. Yeah, little Poon Poon looking guys. Yeah. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at her. Ooh. Honestly, I really like Hajime. She's so cool. Banchan! Oh my god, Bunch! Holy moly, look at her! Holy! Did you see the way she was on the floor? Holy! Damn! Okay, anyway. Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about Sanrio Vfes stuff. I got a little distracted. He has a lot of cool stuff though. Okay, hold on. One more peanut screen video because this one's really cool. Sorry, this is all I wanted to stream about today. It was just like nerd out about these artists, you know, like show you some new artists. And like, you know, tell you that it's cool that they're gonna be a V-Fest. Peanuts-kun isn't there this time, but he was last year. And I'm just trying to lead up to showing you like some of his performance last time. Where's Peanuts-kun? Peanuts-kun, where are you? I think this music video has his mascot costume. Cause like Pocopi, they go out and they like VTube in... Yeah, there he is! They just do shit in their little mascot costumes. Look at him! Look at him with little nipples! Yeah, where's the peanut at? There he is! Look at him! He has a little butt crack too. I think it's really funny. Look at his little butt crack. He does a lot of stuff in that costume, so like you see him very often like doing stuff IRL in that mascot costume. Yeah, honestly, Peanuts-kun is really freaking cool. So last year, in my opinion, one of the best shows at Sanrio Vfes last year was the Peanuts-kun show. Cause like, I mean, like you just saw, like there's some real effort. There's some real like, you know, cool stuff like put behind his name, right? Like if it's Peanuts-kun, if Peanuts-kun is involved, like it's gonna be sick, right? Like. Cause he's a legit musician, right? So there's like a sneak peek on YouTube of the paid show. I thought it was really sick. Like in my opinion, this was like seeing this in VR was insane. So imagine this is all around you at like, you know, imagine Peanuts-kun is like gigantic in front of you and this is all around you. Like this is 360. Like you're just kind of like teleported into standing in the middle here and it just feels like you're floating in all of this. It's crazy. Like even all this is just in 3D around you. This is just like a recording of the concert. Like, legit, I was just standing there with my jaw on the floor the entire time. Because I was like, holy shit. This was all in VR. This was all in VR chat. Oh, this part was crazy because all of a sudden you're just in bed with him. Like, your POV is just this. This was crazy in VR. Honestly, in VR, this was one of the most insane and impressive shows I have ever seen. I'll never stop, like, just like being excited about how cool this was to see in VR. This was super fucking good. Super good. That's just a little sneak peek, right? The show was paid, so it's kind of like not lost media, you know, but they don't really upload those. Like, you don't really get another chance to see those, right? I see Peanuts is using Poyomi. Damn, newest radar recognizes the shaders and everything. Hi, welcome. Happy Friday. So yeah, you guys see kind of like what I'm going at here. Like, these shows, they're legit. Like, the shows at Sanrio Vfes are legit because there's big money, right? Like, you know, I've been to a lot of shows in VR, right, where it's like they're put on by the community and things like that. But I think the thing that makes Vfes different is that it's big budget. You know, it is a big budget virtual music festival. It's legit. Like, it's legit, you know? One thing that I'm really excited about this time is that hold on, let me bring it up. One thing that I'm really excited about this time, usually one of my favorite artists, I consider her my Oshi, Kinu. She's a VR chat musician and like particle effects like specialist. Usually she performs at Sanrio Vfes. This time she's part of the staff, which I think is fucking crazy. Like, this time she's part of the staff she's part of like the production for some of the events, because they've got some of the free stuff that you get at Vfes is like these major parades. They're like 30 minutes to an hour long, like full on with original music, original visuals, voice acting, and everything parades, right? I think there's one probably going on right now in VR chat, but I'll just show you some clips. So about a year back, Kinu signed on to a program with Sanrio called Nagayoku Creators. And I've shown this trailer before, but I gotta show it again just because it makes me really excited. Hold on. Oh, cancel. I just want to watch picture in picture. There we go. So Kinu's a VR chat person. I get really excited about this shit. These are all clips of their VFest performances. I will never stop being excited about this video, you guys. The fact that she got like a full-on anime like intro like this is so sick. It is so sick. It is so sick. So Kinu speaks only through a voice changer, which I think is like genuinely one of the coolest things, right? About like the virtual space, that like you don't have to be yourself in any sense, right? You don't have to be yourself in your voice. You don't have to be yourself in looks, right? Completely, it can just be whatever you make it. I've always thought Kinu is a really good example of that. Even when you talk to Kinu outside of like music events, right? Like, because I'm very happy to say that like I've managed to befriend Kinu. I lost my mind. I've talked about it on stream, right? But like when I've hung out with Kinu, right? Like they still speak in the same voice, like in the same like voice changer voice. It's like a voice modulator. I don't know what exactly it is, right? It's really really freaking cool, right? Extremely talented person. And so Kinu used to do particle shows. Just used to just do particle shows. I'm gonna show you some of the stuff they do. Here, I'll show you their most recent one. Where is it? Their most recent show, Torchlight. Oh, was incredible. This one was the one for Vfes last year. This time they're not doing a Kinu show, but I'll tell you why. Hold on. I want to show you the video of the Torchlight trailer because it's so cool. So, Kinu makes music, right? Kinu's music is very much like, it's kind of like electronic music with like spoken word. I think it's awesome. I think it's incredible. But it was really interesting because Kinu was one of the only shows during this Vfes where you had a mandated special dress code different from the other stuff. So, normally, right, when you go to any Vfes shows, to make it so that everybody's computer doesn't get crashed out by all the like fancy avatars, you get given one of these guys. These guys are called mochi polis. You have to wear these at every Sanrio Vfes show. They're just really like highly optimized, low poly avatars, just to ensure that like everybody has a smooth, like performance, right? So you have to wear these all the time, right? If you're in a Sanrio show, you have to wear these, right? So what Kinu did is Kinu's whole like performance was themed around like being like sailing on a boat, right? And so there was a specific mochi poli only for Kinu's show, which was a little mochi poli with like a little sailor uniform. It was very cute. Very cute. But you had to wear specifically the little sailor uniform one, right? And I don't know if this trailer will show it, but being there in VR person, you get on the stage and all of a sudden the stage detaches from the world and it turns into a boat and you are little sailors on a boat. Check it out. It's fucking crazy. It is so cool. This was my second favorite show last year. See, everybody's in their little like sailor outfits. Those are the mochi polis right there. It's Kinu telling you that this is like an intersection between music and art. This performance. See, and it becomes like a boat. It's super cool. And keep in mind, this is all in 3D all around you, right? It's in virtual reality. It looks incredible. It is so cool. Oh my god, dude, it doesn't do it justice. It does not do it justice, dude. Kinu shows are like, I think the first time I ever watched the Kinu show, I was immediately obsessed. I was immediately obsessed. There's other examples of their shows. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna show you one. Hold on. I'm gonna show you one right now. Let me see if I can get to it. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta show you. I gotta show you. Oh, dude, it's so cool. I will never stop being a Kinu fangirl. It is so awesome, honestly. Hold on. I have VR chat open. Let me see if I can just show you one of the shows. They have like a sneak peek. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Window capture, VR chat. Where's VR chat? Learn game capture, maybe. Game capture. Alright, chat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me turn the audio on here. Can you hear it? Can you hear it okay? This is the entrance to Virtual Puroland. So, Sanrio has made this like permanent now. Now this is like a thing you can go to like every single day of the year. It used to be like only like a limited thing. Oh, hold on. Let me go side of this. See, they have some of the stuff from last year. Oh yeah, you can put little outfits on, little hats on. Yeah, look at me! Look at me, I'm so cute. They're doing some really cute stuff this year where like they have collabs with VR chat fashion designers. So now you have like entire outfits like designed around some of the characters. Like this is supposed to be Pochako. This is Ahiro no Peko. Yeah, this is Keropi, Tuxedo Sam, Hangyo Don, right? Like these are cute. Like little Batsumaru outfit. Like these are actually cute outfits that like you would want to wear, right? Very cute stuff. But anyway, you go in through here. And this is a recreation of the real life Sanrio Puroland entrance. But there's a little, if you go over here, there's a little like sneak peek of some performances. They had Toriana one year, so they have them here. They're very cool. I want to show you the Kinu one. You can see it right there. Alright, give her a second. Give her a second. I'm really excited about this year's Vfes because Kinu is on like the behind the scenes group now. Like Kinu isn't just a performer anymore. Kinu is like working on Vfes. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so caffeinated and I'm trembling because I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I really wanted to do this stream so I could just nerd out to you guys about these people that I like look up to so much and these people that I think are like so freaking cool doing super cool stuff, right? I was so anxious before starting the stream that people were gonna just be like, oh yeah, it's just Mono chilling again. It's like, no, I wanna talk to you about like a thing I really like. Like I legit really like this, you know? And it'll always be one of my greatest accomplishments as Monet. The fact that we get to perform at Sanrio Vfes. Like I never in a million years imagined I would get to be performing in Sanrio Vfes, right? Because I was already a big fan way before. So look at this stage, right? Like you go up here. Kinu is like sleeping there, like very mysteriously. Right? Like just like sleeping in there in bed. Very cool. This is really interesting because it's kind of like it's like a deconstruction of like the old standard live stage where you would see some of the shows at Sanrio Vfes. Very cool. Anyway. Usually when you actually go to Vfes, they're timed. This is just a sneak peek, so it's like a pre-recorded like play button that you press. There's not usually a play button when you go to a real performance. it starts. You know, it starts like a real one. You have to show up at the right time, and the performance starts. Check this out. And you can go to this right now if you wanted to. This is free. This used to be a paid performance, but they show like a little bit for free. Honestly, this doesn't compare to last year's show. Last year's show was so good. And this is nothing so far. This is just the beginning.
ちゃいましたね。それじゃあ少しだけ私の時間がありそうですから、せっかくなので今日はあなたに注意事項を教えてあげましょう。まず最初に、まだ私の声が聞こえていますか？今からこの手を離します。そうしたらきっとあなたはまた一人で歩いていけるから。私のお話はこれで終わり。さあ、箱を砕いてその美しい目を見せて。この後しばらくすれば
Oh, I forgot this one of the Sanrio characters.
夢には誰もいなくなる。それは白無く風のように、あの日ふとくらんだめまいのように。それだって私たちは生きていた。私はそれが嬉しくて、だからずっと歌うことにしたのでした。あなたを歌うことにしたのでした。いつも世界を離れていって、みんな自分になって、私だっていなくなって、私が別れて。
Oh my god, it's so loud. There's no cheap police falling from the sky! It's so fucking cool. It's so fucking cool, you guys. It is so fucking cool. Imagine that, but all around you. Like, yeah, and you flip around with people, like, it's... Oh, it's so fucking good. It is so good. It is so good. And every single Vfes, they would have a unique one of these, right? Oh my god, dude, it is like chilling. Like, it is chilling seeing this in VR. It is absolutely chilling. This one, if you have a VR headset, I really recommend it. This one is completely free to go check out, right? You can just do exactly what I did. I just look up Sanrio in the world search and you get Virtual Puroland, right? Completely free. Super cool. Super cool. Yeah, just put Sanrio. Pulls up right there. How long have I been doing these events for? I feel like this is what, like the 5th year they do this? So like they're starting to get really polished. Like the first year the shows were still really good. I want to show you one more show because I think one of the other really impressive ones is the Toriana one. The Toriana one is really cool. When you get a ticket, basically almost every single show is that detailed. But I'm gonna do the Toriana one. The Toriana one is cool. Yeah, this one was from 2023. Let's go check this one out. So like, this is the kind of quality you can expect. You know what I mean? This is the kind of quality you can expect when you see these shows. Like, it's not just, you know, it's not just people singing. It's an entire visual experience. Really, 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 really cool. And they've got some major artists. If you don't know Toriana is a major Japanese electronic artist. Oh, this brings back memories. This was a free show too. Like back when this show, back in 2023, back when this happened, this was a free show. So cool. So cool. I'm gonna show you a little bit of this one. I don't know if we'll see the full thing. Cause I wanna keep talking to you about like the new stuff, this one. Like now that you know who Kinu is, I wanna tell you about like some of the new stuff they're doing this time. If you feel it is too heavy. If you feel heavy, please open the menu. I love in Japanese, to lag is if you're laggy, it's omoi, which means heavy. So like in Japanese, if you're lagging, it means you feel heavy. There's Toriana. Oh, I'm such a heavy little mochi pulley. This is the coolest intro ever. She's up there, right? And she just like drops down. Super cool. Little meat angel. I like her little VR chat model. This is so cool, dude. She just like pops out. Everything starts breaking around you. It's so cool. This is me, by the way. This is what I look like. It's so fucking cool. It's awesome, isn't it? There's another song. Everything becomes like an outline. It's super cool. Used to be the free shows. Like, this is the stuff they used to give you for free. Honestly, they still give you stuff this good for free. And then the paid stuff is like even better. It's crazy. It's so cool when you're here with a big crowd and everybody like turns into sketches. It's so cool. Colors back, kinda. Yeah, this is super fun. Yeah. This is what I mean. Like, the paid stuff is worth it. Like, it's a real show, you know? It's not just shenanigans, it's a real show. I like the rats dancing. So cool. Yeah. That's it for these ones. All right. That's enough of these for now. Yeah. So, all right. So that's a direct example, right? That's what the shows look like. Like, and seeing those in VR is crazy. So this time, I showed you Kinu, right? This time, Kinu is, like I said, part of like the behind the scenes, people. Let me show you. Where's the stuff? Hold on. Where's the parades? There's like a new program, like a new project, that that Kinu is involved in, because there's a bunch of like limited time stuff. Where is it? It's yeah, okay. It's the 8 Puronicles. Puronicles? I don't know what it's called. Let me see if there's any like any things like that. Let me see. Hold on. 8 Puronicles. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Oh wait, it's making music. Here we go. Here's a little trailer. Okay. Let me pull it up. Okay. Okay. So Kinu now is I believe the director, like the director for this new project that they're doing, like a new project of parades with some like new stories and everything, called 8 Chronicles or 8 Puronicles. This is a trailer for it. They're gonna be like new parades that you can like watch. I believe these are gonna be free. These are gonna be free. You can just show up to these.
僕はこのパレードをみんなとやり遂げたいんだ。僕は特別でないといけないんだ。みんなを
I don't think it shows that much though.
世界は平和にできる。おじいちゃんみたいに。
Yeah, I don't think it shows that much, unfortunately. That is all it shows, never mind. I was hoping it was gonna show a little bit more. I'm really curious about this one, because if Kinu is involved, then that means that the visuals are gonna be crazy, and that there's gonna be some kind of like, you know, like kind of like abstract kind of visuals going on, right? I'm really curious. I'm really curious. Trying to see if there's anything else, but I think that's it. There's also a new parade. I'm gonna show you guys some of what the parades look like, because the parades are free, right? Even if you don't pay anything. In my opinion, the parades are worth going to. There's a new one this time around called Spooky and Sweet Mansion. Oh, the trailer's on the 8 Chronicles account. Oh, hold on.
僕の姿見えるかな。そうそう。
Hold on, let me show you. I want to show you the 8 Chronicles account. Or trailers. Where are they? Oh yeah, here's it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you.
ロイでいいよ。ここは一体。
You see, there's Kinu's name. There's Kinu's name. Hold on.
ロイでいいよ。
Kinu, right there.
ここは一体。
This is all like Kinu in charge here. It's so cool.
そしてバーチャルピューロランドよ。
And this is like a whole show you get to watch. It's super cool. A lot of these are interactive too.
どうして僕が主役なのかな。
あなたの光を見たとき、素敵なことが起きそうな気がしたの。
特別でないといけないんだ。みんなを笑顔にして。
I really hope they're gonna have subtitles. They've been putting English subtitles for most of the new parades lately. I hope they do it for this one too.
そんな力は。
ロイ、あなたならできるわ。きっと。
Oh yeah, this looks cute. Yeah, this looks looks cute. It's Sanrio, you know? So like all the stories are always gonna be about following your dreams and stuff like that, right? But they're very cute. They're always really well made with like good stories, you know, but it's Sanrio, so it's like it's always gonna be like a little like feel good like little parade, right? They're very cute shows. Oh, so Kinu is working on that this time. I think it's really exciting. I think it's super exciting. No, don't replay. No, that's enough. That's enough. Be nice to be able to understand it. Yeah. Most of the newer parades have had subtitles. I think Sanrio Vfes is little by little starting to get like more of international attention, like Western attention too. This is another one of their new parades, like an interactive kind of like puzzle parade. You do these little puzzles through like a haunted mansion with everybody in the instance. It's very cute. It's so funny seeing Sanrio do like a haunted house because it's like not spooky at all, obviously. But you know, it's cute scary. You know, it's cute spooky. It's a spooky and sweet mansion. It's a little parade. Yeah, it's very cute though. The parades are honestly really good. The parades are really good. All the parades are free. They're worth it. In my opinion, they're worth it. They're definitely worth it. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit more about some of the artists, right? Talk a bit more about some of the artists performing. I want to tell you guys about Amoka. Amoka is really cool. Amoka is also somebody that I am lucky to be able to consider a friend now. Me and Aipol of Amoka have been trying to like think of like, you know, like a collab we can do. So look forward to that at some point. I want to do like a song cover with her or something like that, or do like a stream where we like play like a game or something like that. I think it'd be really cute. But she's a really good singer. Let me pull up one of her music videos. Hold on. She speaks English. Like her English is pretty good, honestly. Every once in a while when I talk to her, like we kind of have to like speak Japanglish to each other, you know? Where like kind of like half English, half Japanese. But she always has a pretty good time understanding me. And it's pretty easy to understand her too usually. Where's her stuff? Yeah, Alba I think is like her newest music video. Amoka is a duo. They're both singers. Very, very cool. Hold on. Very, very cool. And this music video was filmed entirely in VR chat, which I think is awesome. Keep that in mind. Like, this is all just done in VR chat. Like, this is a VR chat map. They're in a VR chat map called Organism. You can just go there. This is all just done in VR chat. Super sick. All the V for Midnight girls have been here. I think we went here last VR chat collab. Very cool. Super cool stuff. Yeah, this is all inside VR chat. Yeah. This is all filmed inside of VR chat. It's so cool. You can just do this with a little bit of creativity and a little bit of video editing. You don't even need anything crazy. Like, these are just independent creators making this stuff, you know? This is an original song, too. Very cool. It really is like anything is possible. Like for when it comes to VR music stuff, it really is like the sky is the limit. And that's why I really like these music festivals. That's why I really like these like virtual events. Because the level of creativity is insane. It's really, really good. It really is crazy that this is made like entirely in VR chat. This is all just filmed inside of VR chat. Like these are all just VR chat maps that you can go to. You can just go to all of these. Like this is just VR chat and some full body tracking. That's all it is. It's crazy. Yeah, this is a single world too. Ooh, it's so cool. It's so cool. That's Amoka. What song is this? This is Alba by Amoka. Here, I'll link it. If you really like it, I'll link it. Hold on. Let me link it in the chat. Yeah. That is Alba. Pretty good. Pretty cool. In my opinion. Very, very cool. Yeah. Ipo also just started a new duo recently. That girl's always making stuff. She's always working. She's always making music. The creativity really is insane. Really, really is insane. They started posting on the Sanrio Vfes Twitter trailers for some of the performances this year. Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? No, not that. Hold on. Oh yeah, they have one for Rodden. They just posted one for Rodden earlier. Let me watch this. Come on. Why are you not letting me watch this? Hold on. Okay, well... They freaking hate me. Hold on. Why can't I not? Okay, well, Sanrio hates me and they won't let me do picture-in-picture for this. Sorry. You're not ready to face the popcorn machine. Why not? Why not? Why not? Sure you can. Why was I able to watch the other ones, but not the Raden one? Okay, they have one for the new Show by Rock show. These ones are really good. These ones are always really good. This is like an original Sanrio IP. It's really cute. Oh, she's doing a little DJ show this time. Oh, my tracking is dying. Sorry. It's so cute. See, that could be you. That little mochi pulley, that could be you on the stage. Yeah. I know this one's gonna be good too. The Show by Rock stuff is always good. They put in a lot of effort into like their own IP stuff. It's super good. Yeah. Where's the other ones? They've got some other trailers that look really good. Oh, here's... Dude, they won't let me do like picture-in-picture for a bunch of these. They hate me. They freaking hate me. Oh, but it looks like some of the shows this time are gonna be really cool. Should we tell the people about Mochi Polies? I have! Yeah. This is my second stream I do about Vfes. Last time I went really into depth about the Mochi Polies, but I did bring up the Mochi Polies last time. Oh, dude, this one looks like it's gonna be sick. Why can't I show this? Please let me... Oh, come on. Please let me show this. Hold on. They have capped my VR stimming. No! I need to keep stimming! I need to keep nerding out about VR stuff. Hold on. Let me try something else. Hold on. Browser. Browser capture. Maybe I can do it this way. No. Man! Alright, we're gonna do this the good old-fashioned way then. Hold on. I'm gonna do a quick browser capture. I just have to close all my tabs. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, we we gotta do this way. This is a little pathetic, but okay, we do it this way. Here we go. Here we go. We do it this way. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We do it this way. This looks like this is gonna be one of the paid shows. The trailer for one of the paid shows. This looks really cool. This looks sick, honestly. Oh, I definitely want to go to this one. That looks sick. Okay, now that I can show you more little trailers, let me show you another one. Hold on. No, show me more. More Sanrio Vfes stuff. The intense visuals? I know, the mochi pulleys are so cute, huh? Hold on. Okay, I can kinda... I think I can show you this a little better now. Just have to be careful. See, there's Aibo-chan! Namuka! Well, here's Radin's. She's so cute! She's gonna sing all her silly songs, I bet. Very cute. Look, there's eyes! There's E for Mina! Did you guys know? You guys know? I'm going to be performing a solo performance during our set. I hope you look forward to it. There's us right there. Oh, I'll tell you guys about DDD in a second. There's the one I was showing you. Which one's this one? This one's for YSS. Oh, this is the Sango. The Sango performance. Very cute. Oh, cute. Cute. Very cute. Oh, Tonebach is really cool too. Oh yeah, so there's gonna be, you guys know, gosh, what is her name? It's Kata something, Kami Baki, something like that. Oh gosh, what the hell is it called? I always mess up the name of this. Kami Baki something. Kamitsubaki? Yeah, I think it's Kamitsubaki. That's right. They're gonna have a show as well in VR that you can see. I believe it's gonna be free. What's the other ones? I think another Show by Rock thing. And these are all the parades this time around. They're gonna be having the Haruhi concert as well. I don't know if there's any trailers of it. Are they gonna show any trailers of the Haruhi stuff? Oh, this is like some electronic musicians too. These are sick. I missed this one last year. I need to see their new performance because their stuff is really cool. This is it's like 3 DJs, 3 electronic musicians. Is there other stuff? Oh, here's a Kisuna Eye one. A little trailer for her performance. Wow. What is this one? Oh, the Screaming Color one. Some very cute performances. You see what I'm talking about here? Like, these are some like big VTubers, big artists. This one seems pretty cute too. And oh yeah, they're gonna have a oh my god, wait, hold on, here's the Idolmaster one. I wanna see this one. Sorry. These girls are so cute. The Idolmaster girls. Yay! Oh, cute. Haneru's from Nanashi Inc., right? Yeah. Keep in mind, for all of these, you are there. You are there in the crowd. They are right in front of you. It's really cool. I don't remember this one. What's the EXXP one? Oh, I do remember this one. Last year, this one was crazy. They have a whole new thing this time. Some of these are returning artists, but the shows are different. The shows are different every time. Like, every year. And the cool thing about these is they have multiple time slots. So if you can't catch the first show, see they have multiple ones at different times. So you have multiple times to try and catch each one. Yeah. Very cute stuff. Oh, I think in Hangyodon is gonna be... Oh, I love this song for Hangyodon.
まずは1曲目、ハローキティで可愛いフェスティバル。
Oh, this is gonna be cute. Yay! The Idolmaster VTubers are pretty cute. I don't know that much about him, but they're pretty cute. Oh, Mimex is gonna be there. Mimex has had really good shows in the past. Well, this looks like it's gonna be good. Well, that's all they're giving you. Damn, okay. That's the only sneak peek they're giving this time. Lumina Plot, what is this gonna be like? Oh, this one looks pretty too! It is so cool seeing some of the creativity behind these. This one is for... who is this? Mairo? Wait, is this what I think it is? Oh, dude, this looks sick, actually! Oh, who's this? I don't think I've ever seen this one. I've never seen anything by Mairo, and this looks pretty sick, actually. Oh. Oh, and here's the Amoka trailer. Wow. Wow. Ooh, I'm so excited. There's a bunch of like extra stuff on the side too. I gotta find out the best way. I'm so curious about what the Haruhi group is gonna do. Because they're putting on a whole concert. There's a lot of good shows this year, honestly. Oh. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Ooh. Ooh, I think this is a general trailer. I love the key visual they have this time is really cute. Wow. Okay. Let me close out of this. Hold on. Ooh. So that's kind of what some of the shows look like, honestly. And do you get what I mean now? Like the kind of show, right? To like you can expect the kind of free stuff you can see. The parades are that good too. Like the parades are like full 30-40 minute parades, fully voice acted with original music and everything. They are so good. So good. I don't know. I get really excited about this stuff. Let me turn my BGM back on. There we go. I get really excited about this stuff because it really is like the intersection of like art and music and like virtual culture. And it is really cool how much like Cashew, don't like that. It's really cool how like this entire festival comes together, because all of those artists that we were scrolling through, right? Like a lot of those are completely independent artists. They're just VR chat players that also make music and also dance or also make performances, right? Some of them are just electronic musicians that do like particle stuff. Sometimes it's just like shader shows, right? It's a really cool collection of like some of the best that the Japanese and the Western community has to offer in terms of like virtual shows, right? It's legit really good. It is legit really good. And I think it's worth paying attention to, because some of these people, you know, like people like Kinu, right? Like they start out as just like, you know, just performers. And then little by little they elevate their craft more and more and more, and you get to be there for something really special. Which I don't know, I'll never forget like the feelings I had the first times. I've discovered a lot of good musicians through Sanrio Virtual Festival. I think the very first time I saw what's her name? Hakushi Hasegawa? Really popular artist right now. I first saw them performing at Sanrio Vfes years ago. Now they're a super popular artist. They're super popular now. They've performed at like what's the Porter Robinson freaking show, Second Sky, whatever. They've performed there. They've performed at like major music festivals, stuff like that. It's really cool. Honestly, it's really cool. Oh, my camera. And like a lot of the time it's like smaller creators performing at VFest, but sometimes it's really major creators. There was Capsule was there. If you're a fan of electronic music, you probably know Capsule. Yasutaka Nakata's main work, right? Capsule performed. Some like major groups have performed. Love Live had a show last year. Iron Mouse was also there. Honestly, yeah, some of the names have been really crazy last time. So I personally think it's worth paying attention to Sanrio Virtual Festival. I do really think it's worth paying attention to, because it is a showcase on a different level, right? It's a showcase on a different level than you're really gonna get anywhere else. And there's a bunch of extra events that go with it too. Let me... Hold on. Let me pull up some of the other stuff. Because they have a bunch of, like, side stuff. Because there's, like... There's, like, the main shows, but then it's a whole kind of, like... Yeah, that capsule. Yeah. Let me find the stuff about, like, the club shows they're having. Every Sanrio Vfes, they collab with this club called DDD. Let me see if I can find the lineup for it. Hold on. Here, I found the picture of all the side stuff. Like the side stuff that's like not in the paid things, like the attractions. So there's 3 new parades this time. There's 2 8 Chronicles events. There's another one about like taking your dreams to the stars or something like that. 3 new parades, so that's like 3 new, like brand new, like 30-40 minute parades, right? And then the attractions are pretty cool. The show by Rock World, I think, is you can just kind of watch them perform there every once in a while. There's the virtual Puro residents. They're just... These ones are kind of like, alright, they're kind of whatever to me. It's just like little themed rooms. It's like a chill room where you can go hang out and it's themed after like a certain Sanrio character, right? They're fine, they're whatever. There's the new Metamorphose lab? Metamorphose lab. I think this is like a little Sanrio like virtual pet you can play around with. They have like a karaoke area where you can sing songs. The new like exclusive stuff to Sanrio Virtual Festival is what I'm interested in. Hold on, I'm gonna get in here. Looks like they're gonna have... You can go to the chill park, and these are all free, by the way. These are all free things. You just have to show up for these. These are all like free. Looks like they're gonna have like an anime viewing. Kamitsubaki project is gonna have a show for free that you can go to. There's gonna be a Cho Kaguya Hime performance, which I think is really cool. They're gonna have free shows you can just go watch. Cho Kaguya Hime is that new... It's that new like Space Yuri movie that came out. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say it's really good. I've heard some people say it's okay. But either way, I think it's gonna be really cool to see it, right? Pretty major performance. Pocopi, there's Pocotan and Peanuts-kun. They're gonna be doing a little performance as well. Sanrio characters always have a performance. And then some of the special events, you can have like meet and greets with the Sanrio characters. I've never been to them because it's always at like the freaking crazy hours in the middle of the night. Looks like they've got some talk shows. Like a mini performance by a VTuber. And then they've got they've got a collab with DDD Club and Aoiro Club. These are 2 very famous clubs in the Japanese VR chat like DJ scene. So they're gonna have like DJ parties basically like every weekend. With like really major DJs. I really like some of them. I'm trying to see if there's like a lineup of the DJs. One of my favorite producers is performing there. Obake? I really like Obake stuff. Oh, dude, Carpenter! I forgot Carpenter is gonna be there! Bruh. Forgot fucking Carpenter is gonna be there. Okay, so... You guys might not recognize the name Carpenter, but you've definitely heard his stuff. Every single DJ stream I start... Every single DJ stream I do, I always start with a Carpenter song. You know the loading music that I always use for DJ sets? I always start with a Carpenter song. So you've heard plenty of his music. This guy is... It's kind of insane that he's performing in VR chat. Because this guy is... he's part of a label in Japan called Trekkie Tracks. Trekkie Tracks is a pretty major electronic label in Japan. They don't usually do VR chat stuff, But little by little, some of them have been like getting into VR chat performing. And it's really cool because otherwise you would never, like, outside of Japan, you would probably never get to catch these performances. Right? So these are some legendary DJs. I am a huge Trekkie Tracks fan. I probably play, like, probably a third of the songs I play in my DJ sets are probably Trekkie Track songs. I love everything Trekkie Track releases. It's incredible. It's incredible. I forgot Carpenter's gonna be there, dude. Fuck. Probably not even gonna be able to get into this. It's gonna be in the middle of the night, isn't it? Oh, I'm not gonna sleep for the next month. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Who else is gonna be there? It's Carpenter's gonna be there. I think I have some Carpenter songs I can play for you. Hold on. It will be worth it. It will be worth it. Carpenter. Yeah, this is a Carpenter song I like that came out recently. This is What the What? I really like Carpenter. He's one of my favorite, like, electronic dance music producers. Oh no, this is Hitman Rhythm. Sorry, this is not What the What. This is Hitman Rhythm. Very cool. You've probably heard this song before. I've used this song before in my sets. This one is What the What. Which one's the one that you guys would recognize? Oh, this one. I always blend this song with Obsession from Dot Hack. What's the one I always start my set with? This is Quickaloop. This is from Super Dance Tools Volume 1. Yeah, I've started a bunch of my sets with this one. I use this as the loading music for the last Monet Fest too. So you guys have heard plenty of Carpenter songs. If you follow my DJ stuff, you have heard plenty of Carpenter before. He does a bunch of good stuff. I like this one too. This is retro music. I really like his remix of Ronnie Rex and Nakamura Minami's Money Money. You've definitely heard me play this song in a DJ set. I play the hell out of this song. I've played the hell out of this song, dude. I've played like... There's like several remixes of this song, and I have played the hell out of all these ones. Yeah, you've heard me play this song a bajillion times. Yeah, you've heard me play. I know you guys have heard me play this song. I rinse the hell out of this one. But this is the Carpenter remix, and it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, you get it. You get the point. I think Obake is also going to be performing. Yeah, the only other DJ I recognize on their lineup is Obake. I am also a huge Obake fan. Let me tell you about Obake a little bit. I'm a huge Obake fan. Obake and Kinu work together pretty often. They've done a lot of songs together. They've done a lot of really cool stuff together, honestly. Obake is the owner of Ghost Club. Ghost Club is probably, in my opinion, one of the most cool and mysterious and kind of like enigmatic clubs in the entire virtual like music scene, right? Ghost Club is a venue that only opens up when Obake feels like it, basically. Like when Obake feels like DJing, he will open up an instance of Ghost Club. And you better hope you're ready because it fills up fast. Like it fills up immediately. This is one of the hardest clubs to get into. But the music is some of the best Japanese talent in the virtual sphere performs at Ghost Club. It is really, really cool. The visuals are incredible too. Let me put on some Obake music because I really love Obake stuff. I really, really like Obake stuff. Hold on. This is a song Obake and Kinu did together. This is Voices. You've heard me play this in a set before too. I've played this in a DJ set. Hold on, let me get to it. This is a Kinu song with Obake. I love this song. You've definitely heard me play this in a set. I love this song. I just got a big smile because I just remembered that I was doing a DJ set in VR chat once and Kinu was there. Kinu and Aipo-chan from Amoka showed up. And I got to play a remix of this song in front of Kinu. And like you guys, I consider Kinu to be like my Oshi, right? My hands were trembling. I was like shaking. My full body was shaking. Like putting this song on my controller because I was like, I can't believe I get to mix this song in front of my Oshi. Holy shit. Oh, it was an incredible moment. What's another one that this the Watashi no Koe by Calf remixed by Obake is really, really cool. I met her after, right? I met Kinu before that. I met Kinu at a Ghost Club once. Kinu was there at Ghost Club once during the New Year's Ghost Club. Was it the New Year's one? No, it was the Summer Festival Ghost Club. I was up until like 6 in the morning and I like said hi to Kinu and then we became friends after that. But she went to go to that DJ set just because I was playing. Yeah, this is an Obake mix of Watashi no Koe by Kafu. If you went to Fantastic Reality where I was performing that DJ set, Kaf was one of the performers there. It's very cool. Her voice is really nice. I love this song. I've been wanting to put this song in a DJ set so bad, but it's like, it's kind of hard to, because the vibes are very unique. The vibes are super unique for this song. So good. This is an original Obake song. This is a newer one. This is Papa Papa. I've played this in sets too before. Very, very cool, honestly. I really like the kind of like cyber tribal feeling, you know? If I was a hacker, if I was like a cool hacker in like the movie Hackers, like this would be like one of my theme songs. Yeah, it's very industrial. Yeah. I love this song. It's so good. Super good. Super good. So those are the two DJs that I recognize, at least, that are performing at the DDD show. That one's free. You just have to be awake for it. And I have like only once in my life have I managed to be awake for it. It's usually at like 6 in the morning my time. So if you catch me this month awake at like ungodly hours of the night, it's probably because I'm trying to catch these shows. What else? They've got stuff with Aoiro Club. Aoiro Club is a... Where's their stuff about Aoiro? Oh wait, no, it's 2 days. Hold on. Hold on. The DDD Club is 2 days. They have some other major names on it. Looks like they're gonna have... I know about Oshirase Kita. Yosumi is a really big name to have on here. Yosumi is a really famous like VTuber musician also. Where's Yosumi's stuff? What can I show you by Yosumi? Hold on. Yosumi. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, these are from 2022. That's okay. This is from her birthday concert in 2022. But maybe you've seen Yosumi. I've always really liked her designs. She's another like musician in the virtual sphere. She's very cool. This is stuff from her concert live. Very cool. I don't remember if this was a show that you could go to or if it was just on YouTube. Admittedly, I don't follow Yosumi that closely, so I'm not sure. Yeah, you get the point. You get the point. So it looks like she's gonna be performing there on the second day. So, to me at least, some big names. I hope I can kind of convey kind of like how big some of these names are to you. At least in the virtual sphere. I don't know. I don't really get to talk about it very often, but I have this very, very deep love for these like musicians that choose to perform mainly within kind of like a virtual space, right? And a lot of them will perform in real life too, right? But just like these musicians that will kind of like choose virtual space to express themselves, because when it's like this, it really is like the sky's the limit. You know, you can portray yourself however you want, your visuals however you want, you know, the stage, whatever you want. You know, it becomes a lot more than it becomes so much more than just, you know, you on a stage with a guitar kind of thing. You know what I mean? It really becomes really cool. Looks like they've got some other events though. But I don't really see that much about him right now. But there's always a bunch of free stuff. Let me show you some of the stuff in VR. Hold on. Let's check out some of the worlds, like some of the free stuff in VR. And then I think I'll be all done here. Not the freaking Epstein Island right at the beginning. Anyway. There's the... Yeah, you can see all of them here. All of them are in here. There's the Mochi Poli factory. The Mochi Poli factory is really cool. Is this the fashion garden? Yeah. I think they do some of the Show by Rock shows here. As you can guess, there's a bajillion troll maps on VR chat right now about you know what. There's a bajillion of them. And they're all packed with little troll teenagers on their Quest headsets. It's chaotic. I went into one of them the other day because I just wanted to watch the Sue. I just wanted the people to watch. It was crazy. Oh, this world is kind of big. It's half a gig. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hold on, let me turn the audio up here. This is the world you can come hang out in. It's pretty cute. They've got little displays of like outfits based on the characters, right? Can I throw this? No, I can't. Pretty cute stuff, right? This is like a free area you can go to. Every once in a while they'll have a concert here. Oh, there's one in... Dude, there's a concert in 43 minutes. Damn, okay. They have all the portals for stuff here. Oh yeah, they have virtual Prudos. Wait, do they have the? Hold on, they have the Kizuna Eye Dream Garden now. I want to go here. Oh, but not to a public instance. Hold on, not to a public instance. Oh, the public instance is empty. Okay, hold on. I think it'll be fine. No, I'll go and invite one. I do not want to go to a public instance. I made eye contact with Cashew and now he's trying to make his way over here. Hi, baby. Sorry, I have an effect that when I warp in, breaks into confetti. I haven't been here before. Interesting. This is a new area that they made just for Kizuna Eye. What's going on over here? Oh, it's just telling you to go this way. Okay. Hey, don't be knocking stuff off the table. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, looks like this is just like a little kiss in the eye area. Can you jump down there? Oh no, you go down here. Okay. Oh, you can have a balloon. Oh, I don't know how to. How do I go? Keep going downstairs. Where's the? Oh, this lane. Okay. Looks like this is a new area where you can just hang out and I guess be a Kizuna Eye fan. Some little photo booths here. Look at my picture. That's awesome. That rules. I keep forgetting I'm just a little mochi poli. I'm gonna go down there. How do you go down there? Oh, this way. Okay. Wait, how? Is it this way? Oh. What is this? Is this another photo booth? Oh yeah, it is. Where do I go? This way, okay. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, I guess this is all this is. It's just kind of like a Kizuna Eye fan area. Oh. Oh, kind of cool. I wonder if they're gonna hold shows here. Oh, there's a warp. Where does it take me? Oh yeah, it takes you to the garden. Okay. Oh. Ah, wait. No, wait. I wonder what they're gonna do here. Oh, there's a warp here. Hold on. Ooh, where am I? What is this? Oh, cute! Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
一つメッセージを紹介します。お名前はなかったんですが、リフティングに挑戦してほしいです。愛ちゃんは何回できるか。ボールの用意など大変かもしれませんが。描いてゆけ。この部屋を飛び出すのさまだ見ないやつが照らす。空は君がその色さえ。
Pretty cute! Pretty cool, honestly. I feel like they're probably gonna do some sort of like show or something there at some point. Is there fall damage? No, there's not. There's no fall damage. Yeah. Not bad, honestly. Sorry. pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I think that's about all I can really show you for now. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff you can see, right? There's a lot of other stuff you can check out, but you know, if you're interested, you can go check it out, right? It's really not that hard. Oh, sorry. There we go. And there's been one call. It's really not that hard to like, you know, to find it if you are interested, right? But I hope this kind of shows you like why Sanrio Vfes is so big. You know, like these are big names, big productions. It's a big event, right? And I definitely think it's worth caring about. I definitely think it's worth paying attention to, you know? So the actual festival, right, is gonna be going on. It starts on the 8th Japanese time, and it goes on until about the 1st or 2nd week of March, right? Depending on who you want to see, right? There's different times for all the performances. For example, our performances, V4Me performances, aren't happening until about the 1st week of March. So that's when we perform, right? Yeah, it's pretty long. There's a lot going on. It's a big celebration of creativity in the virtual space, right? And I've always thought that the virtual space includes VTubers, right? We are virtual YouTubers after all. We are not any different from the kind of people performing in something like this, right? You know, it's instead of just being musicians, we're streamers, right? We're YouTubers, we're streamers. And this stuff goes hand in hand, right? Like these kind of virtual musicians, virtual performers, virtual people, virtual fashion icons, virtual creators. It's the same. We're on the same line as virtual YouTubers, right? It's hand in hand. So I think it's really cool to check this kind of stuff out because this is our sphere, right? This is our scene. This is, oh my gosh, my freaking tracking is dying. I swear I'm here. I promise I'm here. See, you can see my headset light up. I don't know why my face tracking is not working. I don't know why it's not working. Oh my god. I'm a ghost in the shell. I'm still... Okay, there we go. Look at her go. I'm a freaking ghost in the shell. There we go. It's lagging a little bit. It's lagging a little bit. Oh, I don't know why my internet's so bad today. Damn, on a stream that I really wanted to put some effort into. Oh, it's pretty cool. I get a little embarrassed sometimes, like, you know, talking about this kind of stuff because oh my god.
I love when my purple wife nerds out about her interests.
Dude, that was loud as fuck for me. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. I get a little insecure sometimes about like, you know, does anybody care about this kind of stuff? But the purpose of me doing this kind of stream is that I want to make you care. You know, I hope that like kind of like sharing my enthusiasm for this kind of stuff like makes you care a little bit, you know? I'm trying to convince you to care a little bit. Even if you don't, you know, even if you don't end up going to any of this stuff, I think just you knowing about it and knowing that it exists makes me happy, right? And that's why I like doing this kind of stream. That's why I like doing this kind of thing, you know? That's why I like it, you know? I always get a little, like, insecure, I guess, like, self-conscious when I blab about, like, virtual space stuff. Because I feel like everybody's like, oh yeah, I love virtual YouTubers, and then they don't care about the rest of the virtual sphere. You know, they don't care about anything else. You know, it's only like, oh, I only care about the streamers. Like, well, I hope you can care a little bit more about everything else in the virtual space, because in the same way that us virtual YouTubers use this medium to express something that's not really possible in the physical world, right? It's the same way that these musicians, these artists, these creators, these developers use the virtual space to express themselves in a way that's not possible in real life. That's not possible in a physical space, you know? And I can't help but be just completely captivated, honestly. Just completely and utterly captivated. And I have been like this my entire life. You know? I started playing... They're not really considered games. I started like delving really deep into virtual spaces like this when I was like 13 or 14, right? You know, going to like I would consider like, you know, stuff like Gaia Online to be a part of this virtual space. Stuff like Neopets, you know, stuff like Maple Story, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 11, Ragnarok Online, all those MMOs, right? I was always seeking out a virtual space. Always. I've talked about it before, but I was a big fan of stuff like Second Life. You know, the metaverse. Before a certain bajillionaire decided to name everything after the metaverse and completely twist the meaning. But back in the day, the metaverse meant something, you know? It meant that virtual dimension. That virtual dimension on where kind of like a lot of us exist. And honestly, I think it's really worth paying attention to because it is, at this point, it is growing and growing and growing to be a complete different, like, dimension, you know? For people. There's things you could never imagine going on in the virtual space, and if you are watching this stream, you're probably just as online as I am, you know? You probably like this kind of stuff too, right? So I really hope, you know, I hope that I've given you some interest in this. This is super helpful and interesting for me. Thanks for sharing. I saw Vfes listed on Spawn last week, but didn't really know what it was. Well, really? I guess they must be like, you can get probably a Spawn ticket too. Oh, cool. Honestly, like, I mean, if you don't have any VR stuff, the Spawn ticket is probably worth it if you're interested. If you do have a VR headset though, or even if you're remotely interested in just seeing it in like a VR space, even on desktop, I do think this kind of stuff is worth it even on desktop because there's a really cool interactivity level to a lot of these, right? You get to be there with an audience. Some of these events, like some of these shows, like you have to interact with stuff, or you have to walk through the stage, or you know, you have to do all this kind of stuff. It's really built and tailored around the virtual experience, and I think that's what makes it stand out. I think that's what makes these kind of virtual events stand out, you know, because it's, you know, at a real life concert, you can't walk on the stage and walk through and, you know, interact with stuff. It's a very different experience than that. You know, in a real concert, the stage underneath you doesn't disintegrate and you don't float into the sky. And, you know, the sky doesn't turn into a billion puzzle pieces that are falling around you, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that really is only capable in the virtual, like, community, the virtual sphere, right? And that's why I'm so passionate about this stuff, you know? This is why I've been working so hard being a VCAT ambassador, right? Because I want to promote this kind of culture. I want to promote this... It really is a whole separate world that I love, and I spend a lot of time in this kind of stuff, right? I spent 10 years playing many thousands of hours of stuff like Second Life, thousands of hours in stuff like RO or like Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy 14, all those MMOs, just to get a kind of like a taste, just to feel like I was living in a different world, right? I'm about to hit 2,500 hours in VR chat soon. Kind of crazy. I'm almost at 2,500 hours in VR chat, and honestly, that's nothing compared to some people I know. I know some people that have like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 hours in VR chat, and I feel like I have spent so much time in that game, and I'm only at 2,500 hours, right? Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. If you're interested in this kind of thing, whether you want to get the paid tickets or not, there is a big community of tabemonos that does like going to this stuff already. Because I've been shilling this kind of event for a long time now, right? And I'm very happy to say that a lot of tabemonos have taken me up on this, and a lot of people do join in, right? A lot of people will go to these events. If you want a crowd, if you want a group to go with, if you don't want to explore this stuff by yourself, literally just say the word, and a bunch of tabemonos will be there. If you buy a ticket, you know, let everybody know. Everybody will be there. You can watch the concerts with friends. You can watch the concerts with everybody. You can go to the parades with everybody. This kind of stuff is a lot more fun with people around you, right? So I really hope you can enjoy it, whether you get the free stuff or whether you get the paid stuff. Honestly, either way, it's worth it, right? The amount of free stuff that they show off at this event is already crazy. Like, it's already beyond anything anybody else offers. And then on top of that, the paid performances, in my opinion, are completely worth it. It is completely worth it. It is some of the most fun I've had in the virtual space. And it's really cool. It's an entire month celebration of creativity, music, art, performance, like virtual fashion, seeing the way that people express themselves in VR, seeing the way that people express themselves in this kind of space. It's really fascinating because there's no limitations on how you express yourself, right? Like, you can literally be whatever you want. Like, the canvas is blank and you can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. You can be however you want. You can be a completely different person. You can just be yourself. Like, one of the VKid ambassadors that I know is just the guy, and his avatar just looks like himself. like his avatar just looks like how he looks IRL. Like, it's just like, basically he made an avatar that looks exactly the same. And that's totally valid. If you just want to be yourself, but virtual, that's totally valid. Or if you want to be something completely different, that's totally valid too. Toracell was in here earlier. Sierra, she really likes like tokusatsu stuff, right? So like she has a lot of like kind of like tokusatsu outfits, like special stuff like that, special outfits. There's another VKid ambassador, Nekoni, who is really into like robotics and like that kind of aesthetic, right? So like all their avatars are like really cool robots and things like that. You can literally, you can be anything. You can be anything, and I'll always be really fascinated and really just like drawn to seeing what people do. When I was in college, I wrote a big ass essay, both in high school and college. I've written multiple essays about this stuff. About the way that people choose to like present themselves in virtual spaces. It's really fascinating to see that. It's really fascinating to see like the trends within this kind of stuff, right? Like, you know, you can sometimes it's really interesting because you could be anything you want to be in the virtual space, and yet a lot of people choose the same thing, right? Something that I thought was really fascinating, for example, in Second Life, was that like you can be literally anything you want, and yet the majority of people in that game were like 6 foot tall, you know, like oiled up, tanned, with tribal tattoos, and you know, high heels kind of thing. Like, it's very fascinating. It's very fascinating, the cultures that form in these kind of spaces, the subcultures. There are virtual dancers, there's virtual singers, there's virtual writers, there's everything, right? Like the possibilities really are endless, because the only limit is yourself and your creativity. And so it is just very very, very cool how this is a celebration of that, you know? It's very, very fascinating how this is a celebration of that. And how, honestly, like, such major companies like Sanrio are spending their money on this. Like, they see the value in this. And I think that's really impressive, right? I've spent a lot of time being into this kind of thing, where nobody really cared, right? There was a couple times, for example, in Second Life. I think Second Life had a fucking Duran world. I think Mercedes-Benz tried to have a world in Second Life also. Some schools would do classes inside Second Life. Stuff like that, right? Like some Second Life people actually made it on Time Magazine, right? Like sometimes it's really fascinating sometimes how the virtual world intercepts the real world, right? And sometimes I kind of surprise myself on like how much I can talk about this kind of stuff, because I did not script any of this stream down. I did not make any notes. This is all just my pure unfilteredism, like straight up. Like this is my complete unfilteredism that I can just yap your ear off about this kind of stuff, because it's just how much I love this stuff. I've always been fascinated about this kind of stuff. This is what made me want to become a VTuber, right? Like this, the ability to live in this virtual space. This is the kind of stuff that made me want to be a VTuber, that made me want to be involved in this kind of thing, right? You guys know Choo Choo. I sing Choo Choo songs every karaoke stream. Choo Choo was a virtual band. They were a band that started purely within Second Life. They were a band of one guy, one girl. You know, the girl does the vocals, the guy does the production. They would just send the file back and forth. They would just send it back and forth. One of them lived in Japan, one of them lived in New York. They would just send the file back and forth and make music that way. Now they're married. Like, now they're married in Japan. They still perform. They do music still. Right? It turned from virtual to real. Yeah, they started in Second Life. They started as a game. And some of this stuff really, really goes far. You know, like you've seen stuff like, for example, like, you know, Kizuna Ai, who just started as a little YouTube video, right? She's been on television. That girl can fill up stadiums now, right? Same with Hololive, you know? It is... I think it is worth taking the virtual sphere seriously. Because especially nowadays, the ability for the virtual and the real to interact and to, like, intermerge, you know? It's becoming more and more possible than ever. Like, you know, all the Hatsune Miku shows, right? Like the Miku festivals and all the shows like that, right? Yeah, they're in Fortnite. Yeah, it's like, you know, like the Miku shows, the hologram technology, like all of that stuff. Like, this stuff is real. It's virtual, but it's real. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's virtual, but it's more than ever, this kind of stuff is leaking into the real world. And it is a very cool privilege to be there as it's happening. To me, that's kind of one of the coolest things of like events, like virtual events like Vfes, is that you get to be there. You know, you don't just get to be like, oh, that's cool. You get to live it. You get to be there. You get to see it. You get to be a part of the crowd. You get to be a part of the audience. You get to be in it. You get to be a part of it, right? Have you ever, like, learned about, like, kind of like a subculture or something like that, and you're like, damn, you know, I wish I was there when, you know, when C-Punk started, you know? I wish I was there dyeing my hair blue when C-Punk was a thing, blah, 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 blah. Well, this is, like, it's your chance, you know? It's your chance to be there, to be in that subculture, you know? To actually live it, to be a part of it. And all from the comfort of your home, right? Like, to me, the virtual space is really, really fascinating because it is open to everybody. All you need is a computer. All you need is an internet connection, right? All you need is an internet connection for this kind of thing. Any single person out there with an internet connection and, you know, a phone, a computer, anything like that, can connect to this side of the world, to the virtual side of the world. Yeah, being a VTuber is part of that. Welcome, Raiders, welcome. Being a VTuber is part of that, you know? It's you get to be a part of this scene, you get to be a part of the world, the virtual world, and the fact that it is accessible just from the comfort of your own home means that the accessibility level is really crazy. Like, you could be, you know, you could be in a wheelchair at home. Like, yeah, for example, like, take people like Iron Mouse, for example, right? Who are, you know, unfortunately, like, suffering from a disease or, like, an illness that doesn't allow them to do this kind of stuff in the real world, right? The virtual allows them to do that kind of thing. I've met plenty of people in virtual spaces that, like, they can't do this kind of stuff in real life, you know, whether it's like a disability or, you know, they don't have access to it, or maybe just their country is, you know, not safe or anything. In the virtual, you get to do this, and so the borders come down. You know, the borders of the world completely come down in the virtual. You could do a concert with somebody from Japan. You could be in an audience with somebody that's in their bedroom in Africa. You know, it's open to everybody. And so because of that, the possibilities for collaborations between people, the possibilities for creative connection, the possibilities for all of this, for the creativity, it really, really, really becomes limitless. There's no bounds. There's no borders, right? There's no absolute like, you know, anything to it. So, I think that's what makes it really special, you know? That's what makes it super special. And I think that's what makes something like this event worth caring about. It makes it worth paying attention to. Even if you don't go, I think it makes it worth caring about. That's why I work so hard for stuff like, you know, VCAT. That's why I'm always like, you know, pushing for events. That's why I'm always doing virtual events and stuff like that. Because I think this kind of stuff is so incredibly worth it in a way that I can't really put into words properly, right? Like, I think it's so worth caring about in a way that I can't really put into words. You know? It's hard to really explain, you know? It's hard to really explain, honestly. But yeah. I hope you guys, you know, maybe my enthusiasm can rub off a little bit, right? And even if it's not Vfes, I just think Vfes is fascinating because it's one of the biggest events of this kind, right? There's no other event really like this right now where there's such a big, massive, creative budget put into this, right? And it's one of the reasons that I like just talking about it so much, right? Events like Vfest, events like VCAD, there's stuff like Slyfest, like all this stuff in VR chat. And then there's stuff outside of it too, you know, like all the music concerts in like Fortnite and Roblox and all that kind of stuff, right? All of that stuff counts as the metaverse too. Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, all of that stuff counts as the metaverse too. It all counts, right? Even if I don't like some of them, that's fine, you know? It's just my personal taste, right? But it all counts too. And so that makes it really special, you know? It's connections that would never ever be possible before. But through the virtual, they're connected, you know? Gosh, I really said a lot of words just now. I really kind of just went off just now, huh? I really just kind of went off just now. Sorry. a lot of words there. Dude, I entered a flow state for real. But I really do believe everything I said. I really honestly do believe everything I said, right? Like, That is why I think this kind of thing is so cool. That is why I think this kind of thing is so fascinating. It's why I spend all of my time in this kind of thing, right? Like I said, it's why I'm a VTuber. If I didn't care about this stuff, I wouldn't care about VTubing, right? I'm not really into VTubing for, you know, the fame or the money or whatever. I'm in it to be a part of this, you know? I'm in it to be a part of the virtual. I don't really, like, I mean, I would just call it the metaverse, but like every single day nowadays when you say the metaverse, people be like, oh, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But, you know, I'm in it to be a part of the virtual, and that's what matters to me, right? And so if I can make you care a little bit more about that, then, you know, that's my goal. That's my goal, to make you care about this kind of stuff a little more, show you something that you've never seen before, because in the virtual, I see things I've never seen before all the time. You know, I'm always experiencing new things. And I think it's really worth it. I think it's super worth it, you know? So yeah! In this essay, I will tell you why you should care about Sanrio Vfes. Just kidding, I just told you. Thank you so much once again, you guys, for listening to me ramble about all this. If you are interested specifically in really seeing Sanrio Vfes kind of stuff, not all of it is like super accessible for the English speaking world, unfortunately, because a lot of this stuff is like Japan only so far, right? So if you are an English speaker, and you are interested in this kind of stuff, sometimes there can be some hurdles, right? But I like doing this kind of stream to kind of help clear those hurdles. In the description of this stream is a link to my previous stream, the virtual Puroland starters guide. That one was an actual Sanrio sponsored kind of stream, endorsed. Sanrio was behind some of that stuff there on that one. So if you're curious about how some of it works way more in depth, more about like the actual event, how you can get tickets, things like that, there is that VOD there that you can catch. Really, really cool. It's honestly really cool. Really cool. And like I said, you know, reach out to the community. You can go check it out, and even if you don't care about checking this out, I hope it kind of like sparks a little bit more interest in you, you know? I hope it sparks a little bit more interest in your heart about this kind of thing. Or at least kind of opens your heart a little bit for this kind of thing. Okay, I'm hungry. It's dinner time. So, let's see who we can go right off into. Arm. Let's see who's on. It's supper time. Is it called supper when it's later in the day? Ooh, speaking of virtual stuff, I guess we're gonna go right into a concert. It might be done soon, so we're gonna right into a concert. The Virtual Witch Project, the first 1 month live. Hopefully we'll make it in time. We might make it just by the end. Alright, you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to me. I hope I sparked a little bit of passion in your heart. And so yeah. Tomorrow, I'm not really sure what stream will be. I'm gonna wing it. I don't know. I'm kind of in a singing mood. But, we also still have VSMP 2 going on at the same time. So maybe it'll be another Minecraft stream. Maybe it'll just be something else. I don't know. I've been winging it for a while, so I'm just gonna keep winging it. It's working for me, so I hope it works for you too. Yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much for coming, and say it with me, everybody. Oscar! Goodbye. Goodbye. Mwah. Bye bye.